Mm. All I need is one. 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 One. All I need is one. All right, I got one. I was saying this one. All right, so I haven't been on here in a while, and I don't think people really know how hard it is for me to get on here and make videos about what I feel, what God is leading me to say. My spirit be willing, but my flesh be so weak, and so I need to do some things to get back on track so that I can surrender and let God do whatever He wants to do. But all right, I'm gonna start with my story. So I'm looking at my notes. My cousin had celebrated graduating from high school. We went out to dinner to eat or whatever. On the way back, I was in the car. My sister was driving, and God flashed this image before my eyes. And it was like that thing where you like close your eyes and you might see like light while you're about to fall asleep or whatever. You see those little lights or whatever. My image, what I saw was a plunger of gold. And so I'm like, what is this about? Now, mind you, Nova Nation, which is my family's group, we go out and do skits and plays. We had went out to this event that we were a part of, and afterwards, like we were connecting with people, other artists who were there, other people who were singing and performing, ministering, and I would connect, but I would get to a point where I would be uncomfortable. And I'm like, why am I uncomfortable? These are people I want to be around. I love the arts. I want to connect with these people. But I have like this wall up all the time where it's like, okay, I've done enough. I'm ready to go now. Like, I'm ready to go home. But I can't even do that because I'm not the one driving. I don't drive. So, I was feeling really, really uncomfortable, and I was trying to decipher what that was. And I realized that, like I said, I put this wall up against connecting and building new relationships with people because of past situations, and that is unforgiveness. So let me take you back to the picture. The image I saw, a plunger of gold. And what God was saying to me is that I'm about to bring some I'm about to bring some things back up to the surface. I was getting the call. To flush it down for real. I'm about to bring things up to the surface to flush it back down for real. The plunger of gold. And what I keep getting this call. There is peace. There is your future. There is gold in your future. There is, just better things on the other side of you holding unforgiveness. So I'm about to flush that all down. I got that set in my spirit, but I didn't share it. I get to work the next day, and let me tell you how the toilet stopped up at work. We got our own bathroom in the building, whatever. The toilet stopped up, and I was the one who ran into it and had to plunge it with the plumber. So it was God reminding me to say something, and I haven't. I haven't said anything. I get to more events throughout the week. I haven't said anything. Like I said in the beginning of this video, my spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. But I just wanted to share that with you. The plunger of gold, it was like a shimmering gold. That God is about to bring stuff back up to the surface. Things that you are feeling that you are not able to forgive. Those little things that you might be holding on to. And when I think of a grudge, I think of something that is aggressive, something that I'm holding intentionally. But a grudge is not. It happens sometimes subconsciously. It's like it's sitting inside of you, and it's just staying there without you even thinking to do something about it, or you probably even knowing about it. And there might be these little itty bitty small things that don't even make sense to hold on to, but somehow when you run into a situation that reminds you of that little thing that happened, it triggers you back up and gets you mad all over again. And those are the things that we need to forgive and let go. Now you might ask, how do I forgive? I ask, how do I forgive? And God simply told me love. Love has always been the answer for many things. But I'm shaking. But love, what I mean when I say that is to the person who you have a grudge with. Let me say this first. I would love for you to write everything down. Every person that you feel some type of way towards, that you somehow can't have a conversation with because something that happened in the past. To get past that, write down their names and the thing beside them that you have a problem with. Even if it's what you feeling yourself, even if it's on an account of you, meaning that they feel like they had done nothing wrong, but you feel jealousy. It's a situation where, like, the person you think is being phony. That's one example where you think they're being phony, and you carry jealousy. Well, you need to forgive that person, and you also need to forgive yourself for carrying that. So I want you to write those things down, so that you can begin to do it. So back to what I mean by loving to forgive is that even if you don't feel like forgiving that person, love will outweigh that unforgiveness. So if you show acts of love, especially if they're still in your presence, ooh, why am I shaking so hard? Especially if they're still in your presence, or you cross paths with them, then you need to show them love to outweigh that unforgiveness, outweigh those little mini grudges that seem to be so powerful. And so there might be some people that might not cross your path at all. So what do you do with that? I asked God, I said, how do I forgive if I don't even see them? Like, I can't reach out to them and say, look, I've been carrying this, I forgive you. He said, you pray for them. You pray for them, you pray for their well-being. Oh, Lord. You pray for their well-being. I've never, ever shaken like this. I haven't done this in so long, and I'm so nervous, and this is such a touchy topic, and I don't know what this shake is right now. But you pray for their well-being, and you also forgive yourself, like I said. So when you can't do it by action or deed, just forgive yourself for whatever you're carrying towards them, and you'll feel more peace. And all of this is important. Why? Because it helps you get to your future. Unforgiveness holds you back. It holds you back from giving your all in relationships. Like I'm saying, it held me back from building relationships with new people, because I had this hidden wall up that says, oh, I can't talk to you for a long time. People that I know I want to connect with, I can't talk to you for a long time because I gotta go, because I don't even feel comfortable right now. And it's because of things that happened in my past, like situations of people who might have hurt me, or situations that we've been in together, and I feel like it didn't come out on top. Like, just something went wrong. And it happened probably to push you forward and bring you into or take you to a new place, basically. But that the way it ended is still being carried with you. You need to let that go. So I'm just saying, excuse me, that we need to forgive by showing love, acts of love, as best as you can. And I mean going all out, exhaust every option. Whether it's a simple hi, that you reach out and connect to the person, ask them how they doing, and blow the person away. They might not even know why you're doing it, but just blow the person away by acting differently. Even if you don't feel like you've forgiven them all the way, do it anyway. Because that is going to, you don't even know how they might receive it. It might work for them. And God will begin to work the rest in you. So I wanted to share that. I'm trying to look at my notes and see if I left anything out. Like, all I want to say now is that I have to do this myself. Nobody's on here with me, but I'm going to post this video to YouTube, my YouTube page, Here I Be For Him. I have to do this myself. Anything that I bring as a form of ministry is something that I'm going through myself, something that, God is beginning to heal me through, so I can show others, how it's working in me, or that I'm here with them, and it can heal them also. So, yeah, I'm going to pretty much write down the same thing I told you to write down. The people, the issues, and I'm going to walk down them and forgive them. Whether I can reach out to that person, whether I can show them acts of love, even from a distance, or I can just pray for their well-being and forgive myself. That's what I'm going to do because it's necessary to get to my future. And I'm going to drop you with this last thing. There's a song called Dear Future Me by, what's his name? James Fortune and Fire. That's James Fortune and Fire, Fiya. It's called Dear Future Me. The cover is sick on the album that he has, Dear Future Me. And I want you to listen to that song, Dear Future Me. And I feel like it's important because it talks about the struggle of life and how everybody has an opinion. You feel like you can't get nowhere, but you have to do for you. And they reference, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. So that made me think about where God is having me right now in terms of unforgiveness. And so I think I can make it to my future now because of that. So I'm going to leave off with that. Again, I don't know why I'm shaking so much, but it has to be a reason. I love y'all. Bye.